Today's topic is software design process. In previous video lecture discussed about fundamentals of software design process. So in this lecture discuss about three levels of software design. First level interface, architectural, second level, third level, detailed level. Okay. So before going to discuss about each level, what is software design process? In this process of converting user requirement into appropriate format. What is an appropriate format? Provide clear blueprint of the entire software system so that come to know about what are the models, what are the interface, what are the components which help programmers in coding and implementation. So last video lecture discussed about the same point. Now, before discussing about each level, to know about what are the elements, important elements during this phase. The first element is architecture. What is architecture? The basic plan. Architecture is a base plan, how system is built, how it works, how it looks. Flowchart is a major play role in this element, which help visualize the architecture. Second one, modules. Modules nothing but functions. Function to perform some specific tasks. So multiple models are there in the entire system working together to perform the task. As you know that. The third element is component. The entire software design have small pieces of system, right? Each pieces of system provides certain task. Okay. Now another element like interfaces. It is a like connection point where system components share information, interact with each other. Okay, let us see different levels of software design process. Before that, another component like another element like data management of information and data flow like input and output from the system to the system. Interface design. This design to know about how communication between happen between the system and the user, system and the device, system and the other system. So that collectively we called as agent. System and user, the term called as agent. System and device, term called as agent. System and other system called as agent. Okay. But in this phase, not describe about the internal working of the system so that it will be called as black box. So during this phase, we need to create problem statement during the problem analysis stage. So all problem statement developed which related to the agents only. Okay, let us see what are the important things to be included during this phase. Detailed description of event, detailed description or message from agent, how system need to be responded. First point. Second should be like detailed description of event or message, how system must generate. Previously, how system need to respond. This one, how system must generate. Third one should be detail about the format of data. Okay, like input and output of data from the system to the system. The fourth one should be included like sequence and timing of incoming events or message should be included like corresponding outgoing events or output. Okay. The next one, architectural design phase. In this design phase, tell about major component of the system. Okay, entire component of the system and description about their responsibilities, their properties, their interface, their relationship, how each component in the complete architecture interact between them. Everything will be detailed. Okay. In this phase, there are different issues are there. What are they? Difficulty in handling increased user load, data volume, or feature expansion. Okay, when applying more load, okay, to the system, when you apply more data, so that difficult to handling, right? Another one, if design is poor, it leads to performance bottlenecks. If lack of proper authentication or authorization means definitely vulnerable to cybersecurity attacks. If our architecture is complex, of course, very difficult to modify or extent. I have one more point to be discussed, like this phase, overall system structure of the system is chosen, but not internal details of each component. Okay, to be underlined, this phase, overall system, okay, overall structure of the system only detailed, okay, not about internal details of major component. But next phase, detail about the system, that is detailed design. Detail about individual component of major component. Individual means each and every component of major component system. Individual component properties, individual component relationship, individual component algorithms, individual component data structures. So that is detailed design process. In this design process also, there are different issues are there, like complex design is there now, making maintenance difficult. If poor separation of concerns, for example, if you cannot able to do, cannot able to make it into smaller units, means very difficult to make code in order to maintain and extend, right? Then if weak authentication, authorization is there now, individual units, so definitely like vulnerable to attacks. If design is poor for API, definitely affect compatibility issues. Okay, inefficient database queries leading to slow performance. So far we discussed about three levels. The first level is interface level, second one is architectural level, third level is detail level. Okay, so this topic about three levels of software design process. Okay, thank you.